Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk to you about my unsung heroes of 2025 when it comes to my wardrobe, and I say that with quotation marks even though it hurts my finger to do so, because I don't know how unsung these really are, because I feel like a lot of them have been getting a lot of praise by me throughout the year, either in videos or just in real life, but I still want to talk to you about these pieces. I have 7 pieces to share with you today, and I'm hoping to run through them kind of quickly, but I also like yapping, so we'll see how that goes. My first hero piece of this year is this white cardigan. I got this towards the end of 2024 and I loved it already then, and it's been such a good piece to have in my wardrobe this year. It's made with a cotton yarn, it's a handmade piece, I don't know by who, I bought it secondhand, but it's such a lovely texture. It's not super thick, but it's also not super thin. It's definitely warm enough to wear in the season we're in right now, but I have also been able to wear it in the warmer months, maybe not full on summer, not a 30-degree day, but in the warmer months when it's been cool. For example, we had a very late spring this year, or rather spring was very cold for very long. So this was a really good piece to wear during that time, but I've also worn it in the cooler months as well, like I mentioned, both at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. And I think this video is going to go up in 2025. If it goes up early 2026, I'm still talking about how I've worn it in 2025, but I trust that I will also be wearing it early 2026 and well beyond that as well. I just feel like it's been a super versatile, useful piece in my wardrobe. I have worn it for many different occasions, many different outfits. I've paired it with a lot of different things and I always feel good in it. It was also a part of my Japan capsule wardrobe and I got a lot of wear out of it during that trip, but I have also worn it so many times throughout the year and I love it a lot. My second piece is this pair of pants. This is a pair of pants I thrifted sometime in the summer. I don't have the month in mind right now. I can put it on the screen for you. And I was a bit on the fence about these pants because I felt like the color was a bit warm and a bit too golden-y. I mean, they are a beige pair of pants and I feel like they might have faded a bit over the time that I've had them and worn them and washed them, but it didn't feel like a color that really fit into my wardrobe. However, I have really loved wearing these pants. They are made from a kind of sturdy, almost denim-like fabric. They're not very loose and flowy, unlike these pants, which I spoke at length about how much I've loved these pants this year. And I've just really liked them so much more and worn them so much more than I expected to. They are really comfortable. They are never too restrictive. Once or twice I felt like the seam in the crotch, like the center seam, has been a bit thick and it's been a little bit uncomfortable, especially when I've been driving for some reason. But that hasn't happened every time. That only happened really in the beginning, so maybe they've gotten softer over time. I have just worn these pants so many times and they are so many things that I wouldn't expect to like in a pair of pants. They are that thicker fabric, or like stiffer fabric, I should say. The color doesn't feel super me, and perhaps that works because it's on my bottom half and not my upper half. I don't know if I would feel as good in that color up here. They are also mid-waisted or sort of almost low-waisted. They don't cling at my waist. They're not high-waisted. They don't like cover my belly button. They're looser than that, baggier than that, and also that they are kind of baggy. They're not loose and flowy and they're not fitted. They're sort of baggy, and I don't know what it is. I've just really enjoyed them this year, even though I was on the fence about getting them, so I'm very happy that they worked so well for me. Next up is another pair of pants, and it's this pair of purple sweatpants. These I got in September or October, I want to say, before my 75 hardstyle challenge started. I have not broken any rules, but they are these purple sweatpants that had been unused, they still have the tags on them, that I found at a thrift store I frequent. And I never really buy myself loungewear. Like, I've bought myself pajamas that I've then worn as loungewear, but I can't remember ever buying sweatpants until this point. And I found them and I was like, I actually really like these. They're very soft. They are sort of fluffy on the inside, but not overly so. I don't overheat in them. They're made from a cotton. The fluff is a bit polyester, but like they're mostly a cotton pant. And they don't have a seam down the inner thigh. Instead, there's an extra piece of fabric there that puts the seams not down the center or like the middle of your inner thigh. Which means the fabric is reinforced, the pants are reinforced, and you're probably not gonna rub those seams together and break them, which is very smart. These have really become my go-to pants. Like, I haven't worn them out much. I might have worn them out once or twice. I don't think I've done that a lot. I've never really been a sweatpants out of the house kind of person, but these are pretty enough and like in a good enough condition that I would feel somewhat comfortable doing that. It's not really my style, it's not really me, but I have the option to do that in a way that I wouldn't wear pajama pants out of the house, for example, which has been my go-to relaxing kind of pants. According to my wearing stats, I have only worn these pants like 6 or 7 times at this point, but that is not true because they have become the pair of pants I change into when I get home from work pretty much every single day, at least every day when I've worn pants out of the house. If I've worn skirts or dresses, I sometimes stay in those even after I've gotten home. But every single time, pretty much, again, I haven't tracked it, but pretty much every single time when I've come home from work or another outing and worn other pants, these are the ones I've put on as soon as I get home. Next up is actually this shirt that I'm wearing, and I feel like the artificial lighting of 8 p.m. in December is not really doing the color justice, so I hope I can do that in the try-on clip instead. This is a very large, oversized, bright orange shirt that I thrifted this summer, and it is just so fun. I love this shirt so much. I love the color. I don't have anything like it. I do have a couple other pieces that are orange or have orange in them. Orange? Orange. I feel like I didn't say that right. Either way, I do have a couple other pieces in that color, but not in this shade. I have this orange vest, for example, which is like a dusty, darker orange. Same with this sweater. It's very much not this same orange, but I've loved this so much. I have worn it as a layering piece. This is something I've really done this year a lot, where I wear a t-shirt or a tank top and then a big oversized shirt on top. That has really become something that I've done a lot this year and really enjoyed. And I have other large button downs that I've used the same way, but there's just something about this one. It's something about the color, and the fact is like almost comically large. When I wear it and I'm moving around, it tends to slip off my shoulder a lot, and I've said before how I don't like having to fuss with my clothes. Like, it's gonna be so annoying if this slips off and I have to fix it all the time. I haven't felt that way about this shirt even when it has slipped off my shoulders. It's just felt so whimsical. I don't know, it's just something about it that I love so much. Moving on, I want to mention something that definitely is not an unsung hero, but I still want to talk about them. It's these pink pants. I mention them as often as I can. They are my favorite pair of pants, possibly even my favorite item in my closet. I'm not gonna fully swear on that, but it's up there with my favorite items at the very least. I love these pants so much. They are so comfortable. I always feel good in them. I love the color. Pairing them with this shirt that I'm wearing today is also a great combination. I've done that multiple times. I love those pants so much, and I've had them for 2.5 years, 3 years maybe at this point. I got them in a summer, so something and a half. I think it was in 23. That should make it 2.5. Either way, I've had them for a few years. They still fit me great. I have had a fair few bottoms that I've outgrown in recent years, which has been very sad, and it's been bottoms I've really enjoyed but can't wear anymore. But these pants are incredible, and they were a little bit big when I got them, and now they definitely fit tighter, but they're never uncomfortable, and I love them so much. Next, I want to talk about a dress, specifically this one. I got this in the beginning of the year off of Vinted. It's this white and beige gingham dress, and it's just so pretty. I always feel so pretty in this dress. It's so long, it has the poofy sleeves, both poofy a bit at the shoulder, but especially at the arm, not the wrist, but like down the arm. They're not full length. And the length of it and the swoosh of it and the shape of it, I just feel so good in this dress. And I've worn it both belted and loose, and I've worn things over it, and I've worn it on its own, and it's such a stunning piece. I always feel so good in it, and that is how I want to feel in my clothes. I feel like it's very me, even though it's a neutral color scheme, which is not always something I go for. I feel like it's very me. It's very pretty, and I love it so much, and I want to wear it again tomorrow, and I just might, because it's hanging like right over there, and it's clean and it's available, and I might wear it tomorrow. Lastly, I also want to talk about a piece that you can see behind me, which is this blue linen shirt. I got this in Japan when we were there this spring, we being me and my husband. I got it secondhand. It was really cheap, and it's such a lovely color. It's almost like a cobalt blue. I'm not great with the names of shades of colors, but it's a very rich blue. It's a little bit dusty, like it could be brighter, but it's so nice. It is a little bit hard for me to button the bottom button. That was a difficult thing to say, but I usually wear it tucked in or I tie it up or something like that, so that doesn't really matter. I do think it might be a men's shirt based on the cut. Clothes don't have genders, I do not subscribe to that. It is just cut very straight and I have a bit more shape than that, but it's so pretty. And if I wear it open, which I've also done, it doesn't matter that I can't close it, but again, wearing it opened or buttoned or tucked in is perfectly fine. And it's rare for me to wear a shirt that's that fitting, like tight fitting, just buttoned and not tucked in. I do sometimes with other shirts, bigger shirts, although if they're bigger like this one, I usually just wear them open and billowing in the wind. Even so, it's such a lovely color of that shirt. I really like how it looks on me. I think it's a good color for me. Plus, I really like bright colors. I mean, see also this shirt, see also the pink pants. It's great. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear in the comments down below what your hero pieces have been this year. And for me, that means pieces that I've really loved wearing, pieces that have brought me so much joy, pieces I felt really good in. But for you, it may just be your most worn pieces that have like stood the test of time and stood the different seasons and different weathers or something like that. Or pieces that heroically surprised you, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!